I wanted to execute it on any of the devices which I want to choose. So most of the mobile automation testing tools will allow you to integrate with functional integration tools, functional test automation tools. So what they allowed is like the SIG test would allow you to integrate your whatever code or C test engine with the functional testing tools like QTP, or you can integrate with the TestNG framework, and you can build Java code to actually do your mobile testing. It can integrate with test complete. So you can basically take your mobile test automation engines that performs the actions and put it into your functional automation approach and build a framework around it. So this framework is basically like building a framework. Why it's important is like you have your automation suite has to be portable, it has to be reusable, and it has to be highly maintainable. You should have very less maintenance efforts to make it compatible across multiple devices. So this is the tool agnostic mobile test automation framework what we have built. This representative design, and the architecture is basically like you have configurations files wherein you go and say like I've executed my scripts on I've designed my scripts, now I'm executed on an iPhone, now I want to execute it on an Android phone. You just go to one of the configuration files and say like instead of iPhone it is Android, and the script should be compatible enough to pick up that and execute it on the device or the platform which you have configured. Similarly, like the framework should be robust enough to read data from multiple data sources. Like when you do, so when you have hundreds of scenarios that you want to execute, and hundreds of devices that are being tested in different number of cases, so the test data keeps on changing, right? So the framework should be capable enough to read data from external sources. It may be an Excel or a CSV or a database or a flat file, anything, but the framework should be capable enough to have the capabilities to read it from these multiple sources. So similarly, like we can do custom reporting, we can generate multiple formats of test results. You can generate your reports in click here, sorry, you can read it from you can generate reports in a HTML format or in Excel format, or you can put your results. Some of the results are like we put it into a database basically to verify that what test cases passed in earlier versions and what test cases passed in the latest release. So we maintain a history of your results. So we maintain the results in the database. So all these capabilities should be embedded into your framework, which basically allows you to provide a cross compatibility across devices. So so we have built we have integrated this expiry test engine with a TestNG framework into a Eclipse IDE, and we have developed a framework. What I've been showing you, the design of the framework, we have developed all the different components that are required. So this is how we make the scripts portable onto multiple devices. So we maintain a configuration file.
There's no sound coming from your end, Kote. Can you please check your network connections?
um, when you see the same app and the same object in an iPhone, it may be in a different color. So what you have to do is like we will maintain our repository and a collection of images, something like you point that this image, something like your yes button in an iPhone is it's in a red color, and you have to use this image when the configuration says like it is an iPhone, and say like when it is an Android, this is the image that you have to use, which is in green color. So that background intelligence is embedded into your automation framework, that it allows you to say like if it's an iPhone in the configuration file, I'll go and pick up this image, and if it is an Android, I'll go and pick up this green image. So that's how you make your object collection of your object repositories and the collection of your images, so that the scripts are portable onto multiple devices. So similarly, from a maintenance point of view, we would recommend that all our object collections, what I was saying, you maintain in different folders and have it at a single location, so that if there is a change in the image or change in the property, you can just go and change it at one location, which allows you to get a single point maintenance. And most of the mobile test automation tools, what they allow you to do is like they allow you to specify a tolerance limit or a sensitivity limit, saying like, see, like when you have multiple devices of same Android flavor and version, so there may be slight variations, which really the object looks the same, but there, because of the screen resolution, screen sizes, or the device platforms, there may be slight variations, which may not really create another or add another image into the collection. So where you can set these tolerance limits, so that the tool automatically compares that at runtime and allows and makes your script compatible. There are also like challenges when you do like an iPhone and iPad, which is like very huge, very big. The screen sizes are very big. So most of the tools, what they allow you to do is like they give an option called auto scaling. So what they allow you to do is like it's the same app and it renders the same, but it's in a different scale. So when you set these auto scale options to true, what it does is like it goes and compares the images on different bigger devices, a bigger scale on it which is deployed, irrespective of the image what is there in the object repository. And similarly, to make your maintenance easy, as I said, like we have to have our framework robust enough to read data from multiple data sources. So this screenshot shows like it's basically, this is an example where we are reading data from an Excel sheet. So we can make our framework to read data from multiple data sources like a database or a flat file or a CSV file. This allows you to maintain your script very easily and reduces your maintenance efforts after your automation suite is developed. So this is basically a modular and a layered approach. What do you mean by layered approach is basically like you have you divide all your different all your functionalities into multiple layers, something like all your GUI actions on you that has to be performed, something like you want to swipe, you want to pinch, or you want to spread something. All these generic actions that you can think of and you can provide on or you can perform on your mobile app, make them or put it into a single library file and make them independent of your business logic, so that these can be reusable across multiple projects and multiple applications. Similarly, you have something like if you are accessing or you're testing some hybrid applications, there may be scenarios where you have to check the values in the database, how they are stored. So all the actions, all the connection objects, or all the data retrieving logic of your database should be in a separate library, and there should not be any interdependency of your GUI library on the database library, or on the database library on your business library, so that all these would be independent. And if you want to reuse them in a different project or a different app, it would be just like you can just put them ready and you can just start working on the next project. You need not remove all the business logic again, clean them up and use them. So that's how we achieve reusability. So hope I'm clear. So this is how we generate customized test reports. So which is basically like this is in a HTML format. We can generate reports in Excel or CSVs. For this demonstration, I'm showing it in an Excel format. So this is a summary report where it shows like the different test scenarios, what you have executed and what passed and what failed, and what environment, like the device on which you executed, what is the operating system version you have executed. So all that can be put it as a given as a summary report, and then you can provide a detailed report where you can see like each test step, what happened, what are the different test steps that are performed in a test case, and where actually like which test step has failed and why it has failed. See, if you could see, one of the steps says like there is an invalid credit card number and that's why the test step failed, and we can even attach screenshots and link back to this failed scenario so that there can be a hyperlink. When you click on this failed link, it can show the actual result or actual screenshot where it has failed. So that's how we can build the customized reports. So this is broadly our